And we live. What he do? What's good? Hit that like button. Mic check, mic check. See, we'll have edited up in this thing. What's good, man? Appreciate you for pulling up to the bootleg ass studio indubitably. Let's see who all we gonna get up in this motherfucker. Cater. We got Valerie Amos in this thing. Appreciate you for pulling up. See what the editor say. I can hear you loud and clear. Good deal. 1,000. How y'all doing, man? I hope everybody having a lovely night/morning. Indeed, indeed. Hit that like button as you follow up in here. Let me know who you is and where you from. We got Diane Curtis in here. Good morning back to you. Thank you for pulling up to the Bootleg Ass Studio. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to be right here in Sheldon Bootleg Ass Studio. Indubitably mean a whole lot to me. Yes, indeed. Natalie Holloway, how you doing? Good to see you back in Sheldon's Bootleg Ass Studio. For sure. Michigan in this motherfucker says Valerie Amos. Let me know who you is, where you from as you fall up in here. Indubitably. How y'all feeling? Got a few stories to touch on up in this thing. You feel me? It's a lot of things happening in the world. Diane is from South Carolina in this motherfucker. For sure. Richmond, Virginia in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So before we pop everything off, man, we gotta pay our respects to Big Pokey, man. You feel me? SUC legend. A lot of y'all may not know about Big Pokey. I grew up listening to a whole lot of SUC music. I was influenced by the SUC movement, you know, as a youngster from Texas. Houston did a whole lot of pioneering when it came in the hip hop community for the Southern rappers down here in this area. You know what I'm saying? And Big Pokey was one of them of the SUC. You know, it's sad, man, because a lot of those people from the SUC they die of overdose of like sipping drink. A lot of y'all may not know of DJ Screw, the originator of the slowed sound, the screw sound, as they say. Big Mo, Fat Pat, Hawk, a lot of them out there, you know. But then we add into the list of legends gone from Houston, Big Pokey, D-Zam. Now, if you don't know, Big Pokey was performing a concert and he collapsed on stage. You know, I don't know if they have revealed what happened yet, but I don't know of anything. You know, I don't know if he had a heart attack, you know, if it was anything in his system, you know, like if he was on any type of drugs or anything. We don't know, but let's get up into it, man. It says community reacts to Houston rapper Big Pokey's death. The Bayou City is grieving after Milton Big Pokey Powell collapsed on stage in Beaumont and died. Houston is mourning the loss of one of his own rap icons, Milton Powell, better known as Big Pokey, passed away after suffering a medical emergency while on stage in Beaumont. Big Pokey has been a force in the Houston rap community since the early 1990s and has been remembered as a trailblazer. Indeed, Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner said he's a part of a talented group. He grew up with people I grew up with: Slim Thug, Power Wall, Bun B, Lil Keke. Turner said Big Pokey was a quiet but talented Houston commodity, according to Turner. He was known for his contributions to the rap community, beginning in Houston and spreading throughout the county and the state and the rest of the world, you know. Native Houston rapper Power Wall took to Instagram to call Big Pokey a trendsetter, leader, and great mentor. This is someone who kind of started in a very quiet fashion, freelancing in the 90s, and then you had talents like DJ Screw and others who recognized that talent. Turner said Big Pokey never forgot where he came from. Big Pokey was a graduate of Jack Yates High School in the 3rd Ward. Turner said he regretted not being able to give Big Pokey his flowers while he was still alive. Damn. Says my regret, even as mayor, is that we did not honor their loved one for his iconic contribution to the musical scene at a time when he could have, in a time when he could hear it and see it. Turner said, you know, Big Pokey. If you don't know who Big Pokey is, man, I know you probably heard that song "Sitting Sideways," Boys in the Days. If you know anything about Houston music, yeah, he was on that track. Now I got the video, but I'm not gonna play the video here. Valerie Amy said she was watching the replay of Tokyo Tony in the hotel, and then my live came on. Hey, you caught me live. That's what's up. And you was watching me. I appreciate that. Oh God. But yeah, man, Big Pokey, man, he was a legend out here in Texas and Louisiana. You feel me? They influenced me at a very early age, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not one to really, you know, I feel bad when these rappers die because they are human beings at the end of the day. But when they put themselves in situations like gang violence and things of that nature, you know, I don't really feel I don't feel sorry or something like that, you know what I'm saying? But for something like this, man, you know, my condolences for the family. You know, Big Pokey seemed like he was a good dude. And we don't need to lose no people like that. You feel me? Hit that like button. If you just following up in here, let me know who you is and where you from. Indubitably. We up in the bootleg ass studio just shooting shit. You know what I'm saying? Crazy out here. One day you here, next day, you gone. So it's best to give your love and flowers to the ones who deserve them while they here to smell them and inhale them. Indubitably. You know? Speaking of rappers, man, they got Boosie. They locked Boosie up, man, for a gun charge. Damn. Boosie back behind them bars, man, and it ain't looking too good this time, y'all. You feel me? Now I'm not a real big Boosie fan, but I grew up listening to Boosie. Indeed. Hold on, this just got loose all of a sudden. How did this happen? Hold on, y'all. All right, mic check, mic check. We back, we good. Brandy August, you not late. You right on time. We just getting started up in this thing. You feel me? Wisconsin in this motherfucking Cater, Chicago North. Appreciate you putting on to the Bootleg Ass Studio. Indubitably. So yeah, okay. They got Boosie. It's crazy. Now, like I said, I'm not a real huge Boosie fan, but I grew up listening to Boosie. I do like Boosie. I am somewhat of a fan of Boosie. You know what I'm saying? I used to be more of a fan of Boosie than what I am now. As an adult, you know, I just don't really indulge. And then it's a lot of things that, you know, he stands on that I just don't agree with, like that gangsterism. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point we got to grow up, man. At some point that we got to grow up, and it's just my opinion. At the end of the day, he seemed to still be a good dude. He a good father, and they hit him on Father's Day, before Father's Day. They hit him right before Father's Day, man. Yeah. Boosie stand on this gangster code so bad, man, you know, and now he really got to probably face some time. I'm guessing 10 years at least, man. You know, I'm hoping for the better. But if they do hit him and he go down, it's probably gonna be at least 10 years, man. He a felon with a firearm. But at the same time, he could probably beat it. Probably beat it, man. You know what I'm saying? He was just shot in the leg not too long ago here in Dallas, Texas. And he's a celebrity. Like, yeah, you can say he got security or he should have security, but you know, like it ain't nothing like having that thing on you yourself, man, because anyway, that guy Boosie. Let's see if he gonna stand on that gangster shit. He did last time, supposedly. Supposedly he ain't talk, he ain't cooperate. Let's see if he stand on it this time, man. I don't know. How y'all feel though? Anyway, rest in peace to Big Pokey. And they got Boosie in the Pokey. God damn it. Yeah, they got him in the slammer. These Anyway, moving right along. I wanted to touch on this Juneteenth madness real quick, man. You feel me? We've been celebrating Texas. In Texas, we've been celebrating Juneteenth for a long time, since I could remember. You know what I'm saying? It goes back. My parents, before I was even thought of, you feel me, was celebrating Juneteenth. So when I come along, Juneteenth is always been here in Texas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad to see that the nation is taking it on. But as a federal holiday, I got my differences with it. It's a good thing and a bad thing, you know. But while we celebrating so much, you know, oh yeah, they saying there's more to it. Boosie have connections to some killings. Oh yeah, for sure. That's what the word on the curve is. You know what I'm saying? What it say? What's his hitter? The young hitter Marlo. Yeah, man. Boosie done got his hands in some dirt. But back to this Juneteenth stuff, man. Listen, we celebrating, and we ain't got no reparating. They had a whole performance concert at the White House, man, and they ain't breaking off nobody's checks for no reparations to repair what they done in the history of America, to set back American descendants of slaves, descendants of American slavery. They ain't done nothing to prepare that. But they had this old performative ass BS. Let me see if I can find this video right quick. They had Method Man all up there, man. Like, cut the check, man. Then we can do all that celebrating later. We ain't got shit to celebrate right now. You feel me? I had it on my, where was it at? On my Instagram? Yeah. Hold up. Hold on, y'all. Check this out. I'm sure y'all done seen it by now, but we finna play it, man. Yeah, they be giving us little coins and tokens and bullshit, and we just be sitting there hoorahing and kumbaya and for it, man. Yeah, man, I'm sick of it, man. We need to do better. Like, the fuck we doing, man? Like, come on, let's get to the check. Hell is y'all talking about? Reparations and then celebrations. Reparations and then celebrations. Hell are they talking about, man? You feel me? Now look at this. I don't know, man. I don't like this shit, y'all. Y'all can have it. Like I said, I've been celebrating Juneteenth for a long time, but now this shit is getting weird. Like, first of all, we've been talking about reparations on the grassroots level for quite some time now. We're getting a lot of momentum, so much that it's done gained mainstream attraction. So much so that California has proposed bills to provide reparations for those. And so to kind of, throw a monkey in the throw a monkey wrench in the, you know what I'm saying, process, they want to give us little tokens, Juneteenth. Oh, we'll just give them Juneteenth. Maybe they'll stop talking about damn reparations.
Established Juneteenth as the first new federal holiday since Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, nearly 4 decades ago. And tonight, we gather for the first ever Juneteenth celebration at the White House. I will wait for our Vice President to take her seat before we finish. She got to see all this greatness up here. All right. During Black Music,
yeah, man, we got all that going on.
President Biden established Juneteenth.
I mean, there's other videos too, but man, I ain't gonna bore y'all with it. It's a lot of that going on, but like, what we celebrating, y'all? Like, the conversation need to be about reparations at this point. That's too much like right though. I don't want to hear nothing about no the Indians need to get it first. If black people get it, they got theirs. They got Indian reservations. They got these casinos. They got all kinds of set-asides. They got all kinds of tax exemptions, Medicare, and all kinds of situations going on. You feel me? School, free school and college, all of the tuition. You know what I'm saying? Come on. You could pay those that was affected in the Holocaust. You could pay those that was those Japanese that was in those them camps. But you can't do right by the ones you wronged. Anyway, Juneteenth, the federal holiday, is performative. That's a performative act, in my opinion, to distract from the main goal, which is reparations. They don't want to talk about that. They silent on that issue. That's what we get. We get tokens. We get streets named after us after they done slain somebody. No money, no reparations, no repairment. Oh, okay. And we dancing in the streets, having a high ho dandy time. You feel me? Y'all don't feel me. Oh, okay. It's all good. Hit that like button either way, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up to the bootleg ass studio where you kind of shoot the shit with Sheldon. Oh God. Indubitably. Yeah, man. We need money, man. We need land. We need all of that. And every time, and I don't want to hear no pull yourself up by the bootstraps. We done that. We do that. They burn it down every single time we do it. Every single time. They move that goalpost further and further and further back. Yeah, Tulsa, they dropped bombs, man. They had planes. They got planes and literally dropped bombs on Tulsa. Come on now. This was the first and only time in history where citizens was quote unquote citizens because they had to have had some type of connections with the some type of police or army to go out here and do this, because no regular citizen could just drive an airplane, especially at that time. Nowadays you might could YouTube and shit or AI, you feel me? Anyway, I'm just saying, like, yeah, so they had to have some affiliation with the elite. The government did what they done. So the government needs to pay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and the list goes on. It's not just Tulsa. We got Rosewood. We got a lot of other ones. Yeah. Every time we build our own and pull ourselves up out of bootstraps, we had communities. I'm talking about communities, hospitals, grocery stores, movie theaters, buses. But then they distracted us. They threw a trick bag and they made us think that, and I don't want, and listen, y'all, I love everybody. I just look at history and I know what's going on. They made us think that integration was the way. If you look at history, man, everybody is in their own community. And then they can come to, that doesn't mean they don't mix and mingle, do business with, have relations with other people. But the Chinese have all kinds of little Chinas around the world. So hey, it's cool. Little Mexicos, that's cool. I think that's dope, actually. Everywhere you go, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should have that for your community. Ain't no little Africas. I don't know nothing about no little Africas. I don't know nothing about no, just no little black towns. You know what it's called though? It's the hood. But it ain't thriving though. It ain't thriving. We once was though. We had irrigation systems and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They hit us with that trick bag though, and then we thought that drinking their water would be cooler, their ice would be colder. We invented the AC. We thought that AC was gonna be more colder. Man, you know what I'm saying? Then we abandoned all our shit. We abandoned all our shit. So we got a whole lot of straightening to get our downs here. Like, come on, we need to get right. Like, come on. Juneteenth celebration at the White House, and they ain't talking about no reparations, man. Y'all can miss me. Anyway, that's some wild shit. Let me check my stream, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know sometimes I should be getting do that jank shit with the dragon. There you go. There you go. We good. We Gucci. Hit that like button. That is much more than 40 acres and a mule. Oh God. Not real talk. But hey, that reparations proposal that they had out there in California, it looked to be some good stuff. They had some good offers up in there. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought it was pretty dope. It's a start at least. You know, and they offering some change and some land and some all kind of other things. Texas, where you at? We was one of the last states to recognize that we was free, quote unquote, hence Juneteenth. That's how it came about. And that's why we was always in Texas celebrating. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it was a part of our culture. I've always been a part of Texas culture since, you know. Man, we had Juneteenth Juneteenth parades at the park, street dances and things like that, man. Yeah, man, we had some nice celebrations out here, man. But yo, fuck the celebrations, man. It's time for reparations, man. We know more. We doing better, and we trying to do better. And yeah, we know y'all owe us. Like it is a debt that's owed. That debt never goes away. They try to make you think that, it happened so many years ago. Won't y'all just get over it? We have nothing to do with it. Okay, no, you don't got nothing to do with it. But yes, you benefited off of it. Non-black person. You benefited off of it indirectly. Maybe directly. Some of your family did own and transformed the money into. Matter of fact, they paid the slave owners reparations. Yeah. They paid this slave owners reparations for their property, quote unquote, that they lost after they was freed. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to pay. Like, come on. Yeah. But yeah, they want to make it seem like it happened so long ago. Like that never goes away. That's just like that and I've said this before, just like a bill collector calling you. Say for instance, you go buy something with a credit card or something, whatever. You never pay that credit card off. You get a collection call now. The collections done pick the shit up. Now you don't owe that credit card company no more. Now you owe the collections. They inherited that debt. So what that means is the same way that those slave owners didn't pay, it slid off to their descendants. You feel me? Oh, y'all didn't pay that to those people. So who does it get owed to? It get owed to the descendants of the next people. See, you know what I'm saying? So that debt needs to be paid. You feel me? And it's gonna be paid. It's gonna have to be paid. But we're gonna have to make sure we put our foot down and stop all the damn celebrating. You feel me? We gotta stop all the goddamn finger popping and shit. You know what I'm saying? Damn, for a minute. Good look. Oh, we can celebrate at the White House? For real? Oh, they calling me to do the hell yeah, I'm quit it. Quit it, man. Cut the check, then we can do that. Oh God. We can celebrate all day. You feel me? We can cut the rug. You know what I'm saying? We got money to burn then. That's if we want to burn it. Then that's another thing they want to say. Oh, they ain't gonna do nothing but be right back broke. So let them do that. Let them people do that. Matter of fact, let them spend that money on what they want to spend it on, because they ain't gonna do nothing but pour back into the community. It's gonna make what you say, Cadillac richer. That's what they be saying. Ain't gonna do shit but make Cadillac number one. All that, well, let them do that. Let them do that with their money. You do what you do with yours. That's all I'm saying, though. Reparations and then celebrations. We can do all that later. But that's just me, though. I still love you the same. You feel me? It's all good. But yeah. Crazy. It's wild out here, man. Anyway. Oh man, I ain't have it on my. Ain't that a bitch? I'm over here in 390p and shit, looking like 1992. I didn't have my HD on. Now we crispy like cream up in the motherfucker. Hit that like button. Let me know who you is and where you from. If you just falling up in the bootleg ass studio. Now, we finna move it on along. Did y'all hear about that submersible submarine type thing that is lost out at sea, right? Let's get up into this, man. Let's get up into this, man. This is a wild story right here. See, I got claustrophobia too damn bad. I ain't diagnosed. I'm self-diagnosed. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do no shit like this. So imagine being in a small submarine type thing with just 5 people. They can fit 5 people up in that motherfucker, and y'all going deeper to the ocean. You pay. This is like you can pay to go in a mission. You feel me? It's something like an amusement park, if you will. But only the rich can go. Cause it costs what, $250,000? I don't want to misquote, but we finna get up into it. Let me find a video. Anyway, so you pay, and we imagine it, right? Because we got $250,000 in our mind. God damn it, you might got it if you do hit that cash out. God damn it, just hit me with a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? I ain't asking for too much from you. But anyway, we imagine that we got $250,000 to burn to go deep diving in the submarine with 4 other motherfuckers to go see the Titanic, where the Titanic sank to the bottom of the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Deep up in the water. You know what I'm saying? Miles in the ocean. Deep. We get lost in that motherfucker. First of all, at this point, nobody knows what happened. So it's speculation at this point. So I'm thinking, like they said on some of these videos, that maybe they stuck on something. Or maybe it's been a leak some kind of way, and the water, you know what I'm saying, then got in and they stuck. But they can't find any motherfuckers. They lost out there at sea. They can't see them on the GPS. Yeah. But they got like 96 hours of oxygen left in the submarine. And probably some snacks, some food, a little whatever. I don't know. Anyway, imagine that. You stuck out there, lost, with 96 hours left. And every minute is ticking. If you stuck out there, maybe it's gushed and happening so quick, the water got in there and then they drown. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Hit that like button. Let me see what's going down. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. All right, let's go, man. Which video I want to show y'all? I got so many of these videos saved. I don't even know which one to play on. God, let me see if it's a new one. Hey, man, it's a crazy story, man. I couldn't do it. Would you do it? Me and my fiance was talking about cruises and shit. I'm like, man, listen, I can do a whole lot of things with you, but a cruise is something we're gonna have to sit down and think about. Because out there on that water, anything happen, I can't protect you. I can't do a damn thing. Anyway, he did like button. Let's see, any recent videos, updated news on this. What we know about the tourist marine disappeared on expedition. All right, I'm just finna play what I already got. I'm just, man, you know what I'm saying? I just had to make sure we had some, see if we had some new information or not. Share this video with y'all. Lost at sea. Sheesh.
I wasn't on the expedition I was supposed to be. I've done 5 expeditions to the Titanic. I've made multiple.
And dig this. Hold up. Another thing, y'all. It's a millionaire. See? It's another thing. It's a millionaire. One of these people is a millionaire that's stuck on this motherfucking. I'm like, it's some fishy behind this, right? Because that man might be a sacrifice. I don't know. I'm just, man, look, we shooting the shit, y'all. Y'all can't take none of this to the bank. I ain't saying none of this true. It just seemed awfully weird, man, that this millionaire, and for $250,000 a ticket, all of them better have been millionaires. He must have been a billionaire or some shit. But anyway, I'm saying, like, this seemed like a sacrifice. You know, I'm talking about, I ain't saying, I'm just saying, though. That's it.
Multiple dives. I was supposed to be the content expert on this dive. I couldn't go because of climate change, and PH Narsley took my place. I know 3 of the people in the sub, and I'm working as well as Ocean Gate and others, U.S. Coast Guard and others, to bring them home. So that's the most important point, and we have been working nonstop. And I've been working primarily with my contacts in the private sector, not the government, because I led the expeditions that found and recovered the Apollo rockets for Jeff Bezos. And like I said, I've done 5 expeditions to the Titanic. I've done other expeditions. I've made multiple deep dives to 3.
What it do? Life with the Jones family says it's nice. Me and my husband love that. I'm sure it is. I know plenty of people that has gone, family members that's gone plenty times. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, listen, the way my look set up, I'm gonna let y'all have it because of my I would hate to, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, you feel me? Them cruises, we're talking about them cruises. If you didn't know.
Miles and more deep in deep submersibles. So I've been trained. I know it. I was supposed to be in the sub, and I was going to provide that training, which PH Narsley provides and Stockton Rush provides.
Hold on, this
before you get in the sub and during your descent.
I didn't see this video.
David had a very brief time in the sub.
Let me. Yeah. Where is that video? Is this it? I think it's this one right here.
CBS News has learned that the Boston Coast Guard is operating a search and rescue mission for a missing submarine.
The sub was exploring the wreckage of the Titanic. The sub went missing in the Atlantic Ocean near Canada. The Titanic sunk off the southeast coast of Newfoundland, Canada, after hitting an iceberg in 1912. The ship's wreck site wasn't found until 1985 and now sits more than 12,000 feet below the ocean's surface. More than 2,200 passengers and crew were aboard the vessel at the time of the disaster. At least 1,500 of those people were killed when the ship sank.
CBS News foreign correspondent Imtiaz Tayeb joins us now. Imtiaz, what more do we know about this missing submarine?
Elaine, Nikki, good to be with you. Well, this is a really fast-moving story. In fact, we've only received a statement from the company behind this tour really in the last hour or so, and I can read it out to you, and it is very short. There's only 4 bullet points here. It simply says, we're exploring, mobilizing all options to bring our crew back safely. Our entire focus is on the crew members and the submersibles and their families, and we're deeply thankful for the extensive assistance we've received from government agencies and deep-sea companies in our efforts to reestablish contact with the submersible. There's a bit more detail here as well, not a huge amount, really focusing on the crew members on board. But when they say submersibles, it's not a sub in what you might think it is. It's a very small vessel. In fact, CBS Sunday Morning about a year ago traveled on that very vessel and saw the Titanic on it And the images were pretty extraordinary. You see this vessel, it's not big, and only a few people could go on board. And they basically were drilled into it. The only way to get out is if you're out of the water and drilled back out of it. And so they describe it as a one-of-a-kind carbon fiber vessel. This company has been around since 2009, but it's only, again, as we've been in the last year, that it's been offering tours to tourists to the tune of around $250,000 for this 8-day trip. But this is the first time that we're hearing of anything like this, which is losing contact with one of their vessels. Now, I suppose the one good thing at this stage, without having found this submersible, is the fact that the area with which it has gone missing is well known and well tracked. And as we've been hearing, CBS News can confirm that the Boston Coast Guard has been brought in. It is part of the search, and it is assisting in trying to find this submersible. Guys.
MTS, it's really frightening, the thought of being stuck down there. That was a very limited statement, so I'm not sure if we have any more details about how many people were on board the vessel. Any idea? There's mention of a crew. Any idea if any of the tourists that you reference sometimes go down on these might be on there?
Yeah, so what I can tell you is that there are 3 specific submarines that this company operates. All of them can have the same capacity, which is 1 pilot and 4 crew members, as they describe it. And so we can understand that there's at least 5 people on board this submersible. And again, the company describes it as very sophisticated. And yet when, the CBS crew were there a year ago, they were saying, well, look, some of these pieces you just kind of like put together yourself, whether it was from the lighting kit or whatnot. However, the company makes it very clear that they used only the highest level of technology and were basically being guided by some of the top scientists in the world to create this submersible vessel. And again, it's a pretty expensive journey for those who want to go. We do understand that, and we cannot confirm this for sure, but I will share this information. Captain Hamish Harding, who's a British adventurer, posted on Instagram saying that he was proud to announce that he joined the ocean expedition for their Titanic mission. But he also said in his post that due to the worst winter in Newfoundland in 40 years, the mission was likely to be the first and only manned mission to the Titanic in 2023. Now, we cannot confirm for sure that he was on that specific submarine. Although, if you look at that image on Instagram that he posted, he was very clearly on the vessel that would lead to that. So not a lot of details, Guy, but as you rightly put out there, Nikki, a very scary situation for all involved.
Yes, we hope that the submarine is found soon. Hopefully, perhaps everyone is okay. MTS, thank you.
That's crazy. That's scary as hell.
The Coast Guard based in Boston giving an update on the search for a missing submarine that was touring the wreckage of the Titanic.
5 submariners. We do ask.
But did y'all hear at the beginning of that other video, man? They said that hold on, I forgot the exact year, but when did the Titanic sink? Because they was out there diving down to see the Titanic, right? So the Titanic sank around 19 something in the early 1900s, and they just found it like in the 1970s, 80s or something like that. Let's go back to that real quick. Hold on.
CBS News has learned that the Boston Coast Guard is operating a search and rescue mission for a missing submarine.
The sub was exploring the wreckage of the Titanic. The sub went missing in the Atlantic Ocean near Canada. The Titanic sunk off the southeast coast of Newfoundland, Canada, after hitting an iceberg in 1912. The ship's wreck.
1912. So it sank in 1912. You know how big that motherfucking ocean is, man? They don't even know. They ain't even explored all of that bad boy yet. They ain't even explored all of the ocean yet. Big than the motherfucker, man. So in 1912, keep that down, class. You know what I'm saying?
Site
Mark it
wasn't
on the
found
board.
until 1985.
1980 motherfornicating 5. It wasn't found until. Just think about that right now, man. Just think about that right now. And you down there to go see that muff. You there probably, or didn't get to make it for whatever reason, but y'all stuck, but y'all down there or whatever. We don't know yet. But let's say you down there, you stuck. Y'all got 96 hours of oxygen in this motherfucker, Cater. 96 hours of oxygen left. At that point, when y'all realize that y'all stuck, at the point that y'all realize y'all stuck, you know what I'm saying? Y'all probably got like because I think they probably started out with 96 hours. So it probably got like at that point 95, 94, 92 when they realized they were stuck. Maybe, I don't know. And you realize you so far away from GPS remote, they can't find y'all. If you know what I'm saying, y'all that far away. And then you realize the tour guide telling y'all already knew this before y'all came though. When the Titanic sank, because y'all going to go see it, so y'all probably done already done y'all research. You already know this. You know what I'm saying? 1912. It wasn't found until, you know how long? Man, they're gonna be bones. That's crazy.
It now sits more than 12,000 feet below the ocean's surface. More than 2,200 passengers and crew were
back it up one more time.
Near Canada. The Titanic sunk off the southeast coast of Newfoundland, Canada, after hitting an iceberg in 1912. The ship's wreck site wasn't found until 1985. It now sits more than 12,000 feet below the ocean's surface. More than 2,200 passengers and crew were aboard the vessel at the time of the disaster.
So that was then. You know?
The Coast Guard, based in Boston, giving an update on the search for a missing submarine that was touring the wreckage of the Titanic.
5 submariners. We do ask, following his brief statement, we'll be able to take a few questions and answers. We do ask that we give everybody the opportunity to ask one question, and if we have it to go through, we can be able to ask further questions beyond that. We only have time today for about 10 minutes. So he has a brief statement on here, and at this time, I'd like to introduce Admiral John Mauger.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rear Admiral John Mauger. I'm the commander of the 1st Coast Guard District here in Boston, Massachusetts. And in this case, I am the lead for the Coast Guard search and rescue operations for the overdue submersible out near at this point.
We're going to skip through.
And 130 aircraft searching the remote area. Aircraft deploy as well, and put sonar buoys in the water in attempt to listen. The location of the search is approximately 900 miles east of Cape Cod in a water depth of roughly 13,000 feet. It is a remote area and it is a challenge to conduct a search in that remote area. But we are deploying all available assets to make sure that we can locate the craft and rescue the people on board. Going into this evening, we will continue to fly aircraft and move additional vessels into the area. In this remote part of our search and rescue responsibility, oftentimes we rely on commercial operators to be the first vessels on scene. And so we've been in touch with additional commercial vessels that are operating in the area, as well as...
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. It's crazy.
On the to conduct additional search, but it somehow lost communications with the vessel, and that's of the next couple of days.
Okay, I'm trying to find a video. Hold on. There's a video, man, that I was wanting to play for y'all. I thought I saved it, but anyway, he was talking about how there's like 7 flotation devices on it that'll bring it up to surface, but none of them are working. And it's like, man, this shit's kind of weird, man. I feel like I said, it could be. Don't listen to me, y'all. It could be sacrifice, though. You know what I'm saying? Let me play it. I don't know if this. I don't think this one. Oops, my bad. I don't think this one is it. But let's see what Buddy got to say.
A missing submarine that took tourists on a trip to view the wreckage of the Titanic. It left for the 6-hour trip yesterday, but never returned. And now the U.S. and Canadian.
Yesterday. So that 96 done got chopped down to like, what, 72 hours left. That 3 days. So at this point, you at like 60 something. Possibly. If you ain't already gone. Ooh. Ooh. Horrible. Horrible, man. I couldn't imagine, man.
Are leading the search and rescue efforts. Called Titan, the sub lost contact about an hour and 45 minutes after it departed from its launch ship Sunday morning. The company that...
This sound like it could have been done purposely, though, man. I don't want to say that, but I'm just saying.
Owns the sub, OceanGate, says life support capabilities can last up to 96 hours for 5 people. The search is focused in an area about 400 miles off the coast of Newfoundland, Canada.
In this remote part of our search and rescue responsibility.
So they in that bit. It's 96 hours for 5 people. Listen, man, they up in that bit trying to figure out who to take out first. Who they gonna take out first? To possibly live.
Oftentimes we rely on commercial operators to be the first vessels on scene. And so we've been in touch with additional commercial vessels that are operating in the area.
OceanGate started leading tours in this past year, charging about $250,000 per person to view the Titanic wreckage, which sits about 13,000 feet at the bottom of the Atlantic. So joining me now here is Lee Cox. He's an underwater archaeologist and president of Dolan Research Maritime Archaeological Firm. Lee, thanks for being here. This is such a unique problem. We want to call it, not going to call it a tragedy just yet, but as an underwater archaeologist, you know exactly what these crews and the Coast Guard are all up against. What goes through your mind when you heard this news for the first time?
Well, it's a little bit unsettling. They're against a time clock.
Yeah.
Where they have several issues they need to determine. They have to find the sub first. They have to determine whether or not there's a mechanical issue behind it, whether or not there is communication issue behind it. And once those things are solved, they really don't have any way forward at this point.
We're talking about 900 miles off the coast of Cape Cod, 13,000 feet down.
Right.
How bleak is that search, let alone recovery?
Well, one of the concerns is the sea state conditions you have, or a remote location to get assets from the Navy or whoever else is going to be involved that might have the capability to recover that sub, the sub, whether or not it's fouled within the wreck of the Titanic itself, or if it's lost. I mean, I think one of the previous expeditions they had last summer, the vessel got lost for a couple hours. But having no communication from the site since yesterday is disconcerting.
How do you communicate, though? Because, I mean, they're in the middle of nowhere here. It's not like there's a cell tower. How do you communicate with a vessel that's at the bottom of the Atlantic?
Well, typically these submersibles are outfitted with acoustic devices that are called pingers. And these pingers emit a signal that would be detected by the rescuers on the surface, and they have deployed buoys along the, around the wreck site itself to be able to detect these pingers. And unfortunately, there's been no signal detected within the last, as far as I know, since the last 24 hours.
What's your confidence level that these people will be rescued and saved?
I really hope for the best outcome.
He didn't want to lie.
I'm just concerned that we've heard nothing from the site itself.
He still didn't answer the question.
And this is only a 21-foot vessel, and it's down 14,000 feet deep potentially. And the amount of pressure that's on the hull of that vessel, and it's a relatively new type of vessel. So, I mean, I'm really hoping for the best.
So again, and I also heard that this vessel, it's supposed to float once there's trouble, right?
So they're outfitted with ballast tanks, and the ballast tanks can be pumped full of water. That's how they descend. And they use pumps to expel the water to rise them up, to rise the submersible back to the surface. They only have small propellers that, basically they can't travel very far forward or aft. But with these ballast tanks, that's generally what brings them back to the surface. Now, if it's fouled on something and it can't come up, that could be one issue, too.
All right, Lee, we have to go. I could talk about this all night, but I appreciate your expertise on this. Lee Cox.
Damn. Whew. I couldn't imagine, man. I couldn't imagine at all. Wow. This is crazy. Yeah, it's probably stuck on like a fish net or something, stuck up on a rock, up under a rock or something. Done went so far down. Probably done came up under a rock or something. I don't know, cave, maybe, I don't know. Like, it's crazy. So many different things. Water could have caved in on them. It's so many different malfunctions on it as well. Like, man, it's like, did somebody purposely? I don't know. We gonna hope for the best, though. Hit that like button. Shay Love say, I thought they been founded. Man, let me look and see. Hold up. Let me see. Nah, they still looking for it. They still looking for that motherfucker. Man. Anyway, that's some wild shit. How y'all doing though, man? Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. With anything. Appreciate you pulling up to Sheldon Bootleg Ass Studio. They had 96 hours of oxygen that would supply 5 people. And that's approximately. That's not even actual. That nobody's tested this. Nobody's went to the edge of life to see, maybe, let's get to it's 5 of us. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's put this much oxygen up in there and let's see how many we get close to death to see, if we need to revive or not. Nobody's done that. We don't know that. So they could be gone. Panic. With panic, it didn't get the blood pumping and stuff like that. You breathing more. Maybe that oxygen is, man, that's crazy. I couldn't imagine, man. My claustrophobia be kicking my ass. Man. Billionaire is on board, though. Sound like a clean hit. Sound like a clean hit, man. People go on kamikaze missions all the time. You know what I'm saying? You can be like, hey, why would somebody go down there and allow themselves to, be killed? You know what I'm saying? Be taken out. People go on kamikaze missions. You know what a kamikaze mission is? Kamikaze, you basically going out there knowing that you are going to die for the greater good of whatever you're doing or sacrificing yourself, basically. So yeah, like a kamikaze, they were like the Japanese. Which war was this in? Let me see. All right, so it says the Japanese word kamikaze is usually translated as divine wind. In World War II, a Japanese aircraft loaded with explosive and making a deliberate suicidal crash on an enemy target. So they intentionally, taking themselves out for whatever reason. So yeah, you might not think about it, or these people may not even know. But let me finish the statement I'm about to make. You may not think about it like that because, one, you may not be in the same position as the next to where they probably was paid off and their family will live good forever if they go out and do this, sacrifice themselves as the driver and, act as if they lost or whatever and get lost out there and kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, we just speaking, we just shooting the shit. Just shooting the shit, y'all. You feel me? So I don't need to get hit like Cardi B, But yeah, so the people out there, they go on a kamikaze mission, do what they do so their family can live good and all that good stuff. Or they don't even know nothing about it at all. Check this out. Somebody pulled it, made the whole thing malfunction. You know what I'm saying? Put a crack in the thing, or they killed the communication, or who knows? Imagine so many crazy, man. Anyway, Anyway, man, we're gonna go ahead and call it an end. I appreciate y'all for pulling up to Sheldon's Bootleg Ass Studio, shooting the shit with me. You know what I'm saying? It's been good. It's been cool. Hope each and every last one of y'all have a good night / good morning. You feel me? Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. I'm simultaneously going live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Please make sure you subscribe. Follow me on all of my social medias. I'm on IG, all that good stuff. Love y'all. Stay light on your toes like you're supposed. You feel me? Till next time, I'm sharing the vibes. And I'm out.